Hi everyone, a very good evening to all of you. Now we are going to study about how to apply work energy theorem. So the one of the very important topic, this we can apply in many chapters also. Like what is work, what is energy, what is the relation between them, that is what work energy theorem. To understand, the very first thing is we must understand about conservative and non-conservative force. So, conservative force means whose work is independent of path. It is independent of path. Similarly, non-conservative force means whose work depends on path or work done for any closed path 0, that is conservative force, and work done for closed path is not equal to 0 means that is non-conservative force. And the only non-conservative force majorly in our syllabus is that is friction. Remaining all the forces are conservative forces only. Now, what is work energy theorem and how to apply in solving numericals? The work energy theorem says that total or net work by all the forces is equal to change in kinetic energy of the body. Like final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. But work done by all the forces means we categorize all the forces into two types. One is conservative force and another one is non-conservative force. So work done by conservative force plus work done by non-conservative force equal to K final minus K initial. And here work done by conservative force is nothing but negative of change in potential energy. That is what you need to understand also. Now, so here when you consider a situation, first you need to represent the number of forces. First, we need to represent number of forces along with direction. So after that, we will come to know what is the like what are the conservative forces are there, what are the non-conservative forces are there. Then the total work we can equate it to delta K, that is half m v square minus u square, where v is final velocity, u is initial velocity. Just like suppose you have applied some force F on a body on a rough surface and a frictional force F is acting and it is moved through a distance S, and there is one normal reaction, there is one mg will act. Now work done by F plus work done by F plus work done by N plus work done by mg should be equal to delta K. Like that, from one point to another point, how many forces are acting and what is the direction and what is the work done by each force, the sum should be equal to the change in kinetic energy. Like when you take one particle from one level to another level and keep it. Now initial velocity 0, final velocity 0, so that the change in kinetic energy is also 0. Like that we need to understand and we need to make the equations. Now, based on the same thing, let us see few questions, simple questions, like what kind of questions they can ask. A 5 kg a block of wood is sliding on a rough plane with an initial velocity of 1 meter per second. Now there is a rough surface, so the coefficient of friction mu, and a block is moving with a initial velocity 1 meter per second. If it comes to rest after traveling through a distance, it came to rest after traveling through a distance where S is 5 meter and the initial velocity is 1 meter per second. Calculate the average frictional force in Newton. Now it is coming to rest means final velocity is 0. Then the total work done equal to delta K. But here the number of forces are only frictional force, normal reaction and mg. There is no external force acting. But here work done by normal reaction and work done by mg both are 0 because the force is perpendicular to the displacement. That means cos 90 is 0. So here the only work is done by friction. Work done by friction equal to final kinetic energy minus initial. Now work done by friction means F into S equal to into cos 180 because friction is backward, displacement is forward equal to final kinetic energy 0 minus initial kinetic energy is half mu square. So m is there, u is there, s is there. If you substitute, you will get the frictional value. That is what they are asking. Now, the next question. The velocity of a 4 kg body changes from, so initial velocity they have given, now they have given in vector form like 3 I cap plus 4 j cap and the final velocity is minus 6 j cap plus 2 k cap. Then the work done by that force is. Now, work done nothing but again change in kinetic energy. As they have given initial speed and final speed half mv square minus u square. Now, here the magnitude of initial velocity under root 3 square plus 4 square equal to 5 and the magnitude of final velocity under root 6 square plus 2 square, that is root 40. Now, work done equal to half into mass is 4 kg times v square, that is 40 minus u square, that is 25. So 2 2s are. So 40 minus 25, that is 15. 15 2s are 30 joules. Now, let's see the next question. A ball of mass 200 gram is moving with a speed of 5 meter per second, is hit by a bat so that the ball returns with a speed of 10 meter per second. The work done by the bat on the ball is. Now again same thing. So it is coming with a speed 5 meter per second. And hit the bat and return with a speed 10 meter per second. So what is the change in kinetic energy equal to half m v square minus u square, that is half into mass is 200 gram, that is 10 power minus 3 v square 10 square minus 5 square. So that this is 100. Now this is 10 power minus 1, it will become, this is 100 minus 25, that is 75. Equal to 7.5 joules. Now the next question. An object of mass 5 kg falls from rest through a vertical distance of 20 meter and attains a velocity of 10 meter per second. How much work is done by the resistance of the air on the object? So it falls from rest through a distance 20 meter. That means there is some work done by gravity. So work done by gravity plus work done by friction equal to change in kinetic energy. As it is coming down, the work done by gravity is mgh plus work done by friction equal to half m v square minus u square, where work done by friction equal to, if you take this side, half m v square minus u square minus mgh. Now m is 5 kg. So that 5 by 2 into v square, 10 square minus starting from rest, minus 5 into g into falling from height 20. So that 50, 250 minus, this is 1000. So that minus 750. So what is the work done by friction is minus 750 joules. Minus why? Because it is the opposing force, resistive force. Now this way always you just represent the number of forces. Just like here you can represent like as it is falling through air, there is a force mg down and there is a air resistive force upward. Now, sometime they will give the question based on work energy theorem with variable force, where work done equal to integration, work done is equal to integration f dx, and that is equal to delta k. Like a vehicle of mass 10 kg is moving in x direction with a constant speed of 10 meter per second. It is subjected to a retarding force F equal to minus 0.1 x joule per meter during its travel from x equal to 20 to x equal to 30. Evaluate its final kinetic energy. Now initial kinetic energy they have given. They are asking final kinetic energy, final minus initial. Now what is the work done first? Integration minus 0.1 x dx from x1 20 to x2 30. That equal to k final minus k initial. Now k final equal to k initial. This minus you take this at 0.1. Integration x dx is x square by 2 from 20 to 30. So that k initial is half m u square, that is 10 square minus 0.1 times 1 by 2 into 30 square, that is 900 minus 20 square, that is 400. So if you calculate 5, this is 500 minus, this is 500 times 0.1, that is 50 by 2 is 25. So 475 joules. So this way, everywhere, if you know how to find work done by a force, then you have to find the work done by all the forces and you have to equate it to the change in kinetic energy, nothing but final kinetic energy minus initial kinetic energy. Based on that simple equation, they will ask the question usually. So please try to understand the question and represent the number of forces and find the work done by each force. So based on the same thing, I have given few assignment questions. So please try to solve them. So thank you all of you. We'll continue in the next session.